So this is my video on 3 tips on how to film in cold weather. So let's dive right in and get started. So my first, number 1 tip is batteries. Make sure you bring extra batteries because they go real fast in the cold weather. So in the background here you're watching footage that I shot on Sunday, and it was 5 degrees outside, and the batteries, these are the batteries for the Sony a6300. They actually work pretty well, but it's good to have some extra ones. So that's my tip number 1. And included with that was the action camera. The Yi camera, which was on top, is my main filming camera. The batteries on the Yi went real quick, so I recommend at least 3 batteries for the Yi camera. They went by fast. I would say I think it's about 20 minutes worth of filming, and it completely died on me. So you actually, in the footage, if you watch my previous video from Sunday, if you see that, you'll notice that it wears out real quickly. Okay, so let's move on down, and if you stay to the end of the video, I'll have a bonus tip for you. Okay, so tip number 2 will be to bring a tripod to film on, because your hands are going to get really cold and it's hard to hold the camera. If you watch my video, you'll see me and I'm trying to hold my camera. That's an example. I was actually taking pictures with my Sony, but holding it like this, very windy outside, and then your thumb, especially because you're using it quite a bit right at the front if you're taking pictures, and then your fingers here, all that wind is coming through. It just made my hands really cold. So, and also, you know, you start to get shaky because your hands hurt, so you're doing this. So highly recommend you use a tripod when you're out there. And if not, then if you're filming something that's going to be really short, then that'll probably work out just fine. But if you're doing something long, or even if you're shooting like a time lapse, you want to use a tripod. That way you can have hands free. You can keep your hands in your pocket and keep them warm. So tip number 3, dress warmly. So if you watch the video, you see that I have 3 layers on, and I also have 2 pairs of gloves. So whenever I was filming, I would take the first pair off, and then I'll have a separate pair underneath, just so I can hold and push the buttons. And still, even with all those layers, it was still very cold, even in the wind. So tip number 3 is to be warm, and to stay warm if you can, by wearing layers. Alright, so as a bonus tip, is one that I learned the hard way, so I can share this with you now. Plan your location. So before you go out and you film, make sure you have a destination, or where you're going to be taking pictures, or where you're going to be filming. This will help you out, so you're not walking around and trying to find somewhere to film or to take pictures. It'll help you just get to your destination and start filming and shooting right away, as opposed to if you don't have a determined place to go. You're going to be walking around, you're going to get cold, as I did, and you're going to become very unmotivated, and you're just going to want to go home. So that is my bonus tip. Okay guys, thank you for joining me. I hope these tips help you out. Please subscribe to the channel. I also want to thank everybody that has tuned in and checked out my New Year's Eve fireworks video. It's awesome. Thank you for all the support and all the comments. Keep them coming, and I hope to hear from you. Bye.